What's up, everybody on YouTube? Free Swimmer here. Got something a little bit different today. I'm going to be building that 300. I'm gathering materials, and in the process I'm going to use a 75-gallon aquarium as my sump. I've done a lot of pricing and I've done a lot of research, and I'm just going to go back to my roots and do DIY. I'm not going to do your basic Sterlite trickle tower with media in those little Sterlite plastic drawers drilled out. I'm actually doing baffles. So in order to get the glass to do the baffles, I had got a 29-gallon aquarium that was sitting by the road. Like, thank you, it's a gift. And what I did was I took it apart and I cut the glass, so I got baffles. So these baffles, they're the aquarium, the 75-gallon aquarium, the interior of the glass is 17.5 inches. So these are just shy of 17.5 inches on width. And I've got this one here, which is going to be the initial intake side, where I'm going to have two 4-inch filter socks mounted on the aquarium. Then this is a 12-inch by 17 and just under 17 7/8. And it's going to be actually above the base of the tank, 2 inches, so that the water can come under. Then this one here is 5 inches tall with the same 17 7/8. It's going to be at the bottom, and then it's going to have a center chamber where I'm going to have all my media. I'm going to have a bunch of biological media, and then it's going to have another 5-inch baffle here where the water is going to go over, and then this one here is going to be just above, 2 inches above, and then this, if you can imagine, this section here up to the other wall will be where my pump is, my return pump. So I'll have a lot of room for media, and I'll have good water added to the system. And I just wanted to basically touch on cutting the glass. It seems very easy. I got a good tool. I ordered a tool, a good glass cutting tool, and I figure, you score it. That little score, how can that little scratch do anything? So I scored it a couple times along the same path. I used a steel, like an L-shaped steel piece of metal to mark it. It's like a framing square. It's made out of steel. And I used that as my guide. And I followed it a couple of times, and I learned that as if you multi-scratch it more than once, if you score it more than once, it wants to like run, and it'll have a nasty, when you put the thing on, you take the glass, you score it, then you put it on an edge just above, about 4 inches above the ground, and then I put a board on top of that at the score line, and I used both hands and I snapped it, and it was running. It wasn't doing a nice clean cut. So I'm thinking, what am I doing wrong? I've only got a few more panes to work with here. So what I did was, I did one score. I chipped the edge and I scored it down. And just that one little score, at one line, is all it takes to get a good snap. So all of these pieces turned out perfect. No chips, no runs, no errors. It was just perfect. Fortunately, I had enough glass in the 29-gallon aquarium that I could learn how to do that. I had a general idea because I've done some other cutting, but I definitely learned that you only want to just scratch it once, just one run, and it'll snap. So I've got to clean them a little bit better with alcohol and razor blades, but the glass is cut to fit, and I just wanted to share a little information about scoring glass and cutting glass. You just scratch it once. You get that tool, and you just run one line. It sounds like a horrible scratching sound, but it's all it takes, just one cut. So, all right, baffles are done, and the sump will be done when the two tanks out there where the babies are, I'm going to put them into one of the tanks when it's near the 300's done and full of water, and then I'll dry the tank out and I'll build the sump, and then within a day or two they'll all be together. There you have it, folks. Later.